In this episode, we're going to go over some of the weird, the rare, and the awesome of Masters of the Universe products. So, stick around. Hello and welcome to Days of Dorker Past. My name's Rob, and in this episode we're going to talk about the weird, the rare, and the totally awesome products that came out of Masters of the Universe. Now, we're not talking toys, we're talking about all the other stuff. Masters of the Universe proved to be a very popular property. Between the TV show and the toys, they were blasting licenses out as quick as they could. And we're talking about some really neat stuff, and some really interesting stuff, and some totally weird and random stuff. Now, this time around, we're going to go over 11 of these products. Number 1 is a soap dispenser from 1983. This awesome statuesque soap dispenser would look awesome on any kid's shelf, on any collector's shelf nowadays. What you did was you filled his shield up with soap, and then you would just push up and the soap would be dispensed. Pretty easy technology, but it is an awesome, awesome display piece. Just imagine that sitting on a shelf, soap dispenser or not. Very well made, very well sculpted, just a very nice piece. Number 2 on the list are beach towels. Who wouldn't want to hit the surf and sand with a Masters of the Universe towel? There were many different designs to choose from, and they were all awesome. I think the one I like the most is the classic picture of He-Man on Battle Cat attacking Skeletor. The colors are a little off, but what do you expect from a piece of terry cloth? Number 3 are character crayons. There were 2 different styles to choose from. You could have He-Man holding his shield, or you could get He-Man in an awesome battle pose. But tell me, would you actually use these crayons? Every time you'd go to color something, you'd either whittle away a leg, a head. Yeah, it just wouldn't be cool. These are awesome little tiny sculpts, and it would be a real shame to see a body part get whittled away. Number 4 is the classic 80s TV tray. Nowadays, TV trays are made of molded plastic, but back in the day, they were straight metal. They had fold-out legs and beautiful artwork on top. Look at this. This is awesome. This is something that you could put up on a shelf if you had one big enough, or just set in your living room as a conversation piece. TV trays were awesome, and almost every popular property appeared on them. Number 5 is a Plaster Molding Kit from 1983. Made by Jollycraft, you could get the 2-figure set or the 4-figure set. In the 2-figure set, you got He-Man and Skeletor. In the 4-figure set, you got He-Man, Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, and Beast-Man. Now, you could settle for a Play-Doh kit, but no, not with He-Man. He did it right. We're talking plaster, we're talking sturdy, we're talking awesome. These kits came with Plaster Compound that you had to make up, paints, and molds. Just pour the plaster into the mold, pop it out, and paint it, and you were set. Now, to be honest, I personally would never be able to paint as great as the package showed. Maybe some of you out there have that skill, but I don't. Number 6 on the list are the awesomely classic Colorforms rub transfers. The best thing about rub transfers was they were cheap, disposable, and packed full of imagination. You got a piece of paper with scenery on it and a sheet or 2 of the transfers. You would just put a transfer down where you wanted it on your scene, your little diorama, and you would scratch it with a pencil. And when you peel it up, the picture remained. With Masters of the Universe, you could get the little on-the-go plastic sleeved transfer or the big box set. Both had great backgrounds of Eternia and a battlefield with Castle Grayskull in the background. It just depended on how big you wanted to go and how much your parents were willing to spend on you. Number 7 is the equally classic Shrinky Dinks. Again, 2 different sets. You had your basic box of Shrinky Dinks with like 6 to 8 different little dudes to color, bake, and play with. Or you could get the super duper set that had a punch out cardboard Castle Grayskull to play with them in. Either or, Shrinky Dinks are awesome, timeless fun. Well, I guess I can't say timeless because I don't think they sell them anymore. Yeah, they don't. That's sad. That's a sad fact. Number 8 on the list is the Picture Playlight. Not to be outdone by Lite-Brite, the He-Man Picture Playlight is a different animal. In this set, you got 50-some sheets with a great colorful picture of He-Man, Skeletor, the villains, the heroes, everybody. But you just filled in the light pegs around those pictures. You weren't actually creating the pictures out of light. You were just kind of embellishing them. The box actually says, create pictures that glow. Not create glowing pictures. Yeah, there is kind of a difference. You can't mess with Lite-Brite. Number 9 is the Intellivision Game of Masters of the Universe. With 2 different modes of play, you could either play He-Man in a Wind Raider chasing down Skeletor while dodging things coming at you, or you could play as He-Man chasing Skeletor on the ground. Say what you will, these were great graphics for back in the day, and Castle Grayskull looks great. Pixelated or not, it's a classic, and I would dig playing it. I never did as a kid, but I'd give it a shot nowadays, and I'd put it on Good Games for Bad Gamers, and I would be the bad gamer, as usual. Number 10 on the list is a Masters of the Universe camera. Who wouldn't line up to get their picture taken when it was done with Castle Grayskull? That is right, the camera itself is Castle Grayskull, with a little model of He-Man poking off to the side. Instant smiles from everybody that would gather in front of it. This is a beautiful camera. If that sucker was HD, 1080p, I'd be filming this on Castle Grayskull right now. Number 11 are folders. These are pieces of artwork. Dubbed portfolios, these featured beautiful licensing artwork made by the artists at Mattel. You can tell this is artwork that kind of was created way before the cartoon. This is the stuff that the toys were created from. Beautiful, just beautiful, brightly colored. Man, if I had these in school, I might have actually been popular. I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. I never would have been popular. Anyway, this has been 11 rare, weird, and awesome products made for Masters of the Universe. I have plenty more to go through in the future, and some other toy line, cartoon lines that have some weird, awesome, and rare products. So until next time, if you like what you saw, give a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to all you guys. And gals. No, analytics says no gals. If you're new, please hit the subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to be notified whenever there's a new episode. But until next time, keep being rad and stay dorky.